Hi, I'm Katie, and this is your YMCA exercise of the week. Hi, thanks for joining me for another exercise of the week. Today I'm bringing back the slam ball, and what you just saw me doing was an underhand wall slam. If you're familiar with a kettlebell swing, you might notice that we use the same motion. If you're familiar with how to do a proper deadlift, you'll notice there's a similar motion. We start in this hip hinged position, and we're gonna use power to launch that ball forward. You wanna make sure you follow all the way through, so you're not just gonna throw it at the wall and then stand up and toss it and then stand up. It's one fluid motion, squeezing your glutes, engaging all the muscles of the body, arms, lower body, core. Think of your arms and your hips sort of being attached. So as the hips thrust forward, the arms follow the movement at the same rate, meaning I don't want my arms to go out and then my hips to go forward. So I'm going to show you this again. It's not super important that the ball hits the same exact spot on the wall every time. It probably won't. If you don't feel like you're making a big impact or something doesn't feel right, there's a chance that you're standing too far away from the wall, which is normal because I think we intuitively want to avoid the ball bouncing off and hitting us in the face, but that's not going to happen. The ball is filled with sand or something of that manner, and it's going to fall to the floor before it can bounce back and hit you in the face. So you don't want to stand too far away. You want to stand far enough that you can extend the arms and it's got some room to go into the wall. So I wouldn't want to stand, right here, but I also don't want to stand all the way back here where I've got to lob it to get it. You want power, you want a hard impact, and when it falls, you really shouldn't have to walk or step at all to pick it up. It's probably going to fall somewhere where you can just scoop it up. So you might have to play with your foot position a little bit. You want to be careful of your low back. If your low back gives you problems, maybe this isn't an appropriate exercise for you, or maybe you just need to do some movements to build up to it. So strengthening your back, your core, your glutes. If you're there, if that's not a problem for you, I highly recommend this exercise. Anything you can do to generate power and use those fast twitch muscle fibers, train your body in a conditioning type of way instead of just always strength and always cardio is separated. I really recommend throwing in something like this that will get your heart rate up, but will also challenge your muscles and use a deeper range of motion. When we do things like running or an elliptical, it's great for your heart rate, but you don't get a lot of range of motion out of those joints. So something like this where you're hinging, you're bending and straightening, you're getting a much greater range of motion, which means you're getting more muscle fiber recruitment. And that's gonna be really good because none of us are getting younger. And as we get older, our muscles get weaker and we get less flexible, our range of motion gets shorter. All good reasons to train and do exercises like this. We did the overhead slam maybe last month. I showed you that. I'm going to show you how to alternate them. So we can go over or under, and then step back and go under, over. For me, I like that better because I do have issues with my low back. So consistently doing that motion sometimes gets a little tiring. It's a little more than I want to do, but I can do them if I alternate and I break up and put something in between all the hip hinging. So there's some options for you to incorporate into your workout. Make yourself a nice little circuit, throw the slam ball in there. I hope you enjoy. Give me your feedback.